Hi there, I'm Anna Marie, and we're about to run through the Little Nook Shopify store. The goal of this review is to pinpoint different things that might make your Shopify store miss out on sales. So, what are things that are pain points in the customer journey, pain points in kind of design or layout that might make you lose customers? So, let's dive right in. Right off the bat, I really, really love that you have this clear brand. You have these beautiful product visuals that are clearly custom to your brand and what you sell. And so it's really clear for me right away. Quality toys for quality play. You have children's toys. I know what this site is about. That's super important for any Shopify store. Now, I also like that you have a clear kind of brand color scheme. So it seems like you're using black, white, and this light green color. However, my concern with the green is that it's really hard to read, both when it's green on white and when it's white text on that green. I can't quite, I write the Little Nook. It's really hard to see that that's what the logo says. It's really hard to see these kind of offers in the top banner. So I would really think about maybe you can make that green a little bit darker, or then only have kind of green on a green background with black text over it. That's kind of one of those things where you want to make sure that your color contrast is intense enough for people to be able to read the text. Otherwise, though, having those three kind of simple colors, black, white, and one kind of accent color, is wonderful for your brand. Then scrolling down, I really like the way that your site is laid out, right? So you have kind of different categories for the products that you sell. And right, you also explain a little bit about how you categorize, why play is important. So all of that stuff is super important. And then you have this little gift section, which is really creative too. Again, though, just the color contrast is a little tricky here to read. So that's really the main thing on the home page that I would think about. Scrolling down again, right, the footer, same thing, a little tricky to read. And I would also consider adding some kind of shipping policies, return policies, that type of stuff down here, just to make it easier to access. And then just some inconsistencies with links, right, about us showing up as Black. So maybe thinking about fixing that. And then the only other big thing that I want to highlight on your site is that this top navigation, I really like that it's quite narrow, so it doesn't take up too much space. And I also do like that you've separated out by different kind of categories. So I could shop by age, or you shop for books and toys, clothing, but it is quite a few links. And then if I make the page kind of half screen, eventually it pops over into this mobile menu, and this is great. But kind of at this mid section, it's complicated to have links on two lines. It's difficult for people to process through them and look at them. So if you can cut out a couple of these to kind of compress some of those categories into one, maybe you don't need, a essentials drop down, right? Maybe that's all covered elsewhere, or maybe you don't need a just in. Maybe that can be a section on the homepage that you guide people to. So just thinking of some things that you could get rid of. And then, right, your about page, checking that out. I can only find it in the footer, but this is such a lovely little writing. There's a photo, right? Building that brand, maybe making people really connect to you. I think that's so important with any store or business. And so adding that to the top menu instead, I think could be a way to kind of grow that connection between you and your customers. So that's a quick run through. Overall, it's a beautiful site with clean branding, right? Really beautiful product photos. That's all great. So really just a matter of, right, fixing that legibility with some of this coloring, and then cleaning out the top navigation a little bit. And then the final thing I want to look into is just clicking into here. So I really like the kind of product catalog pages are really clear, just looking at an actual product. So everything looks good here. I like that you have multiple photos, you have a description. The one thing that I don't see on your site is kind of a little bit of social proof. So I just spotted actually that you do have Facebook and Instagram here, but maybe if you post there a lot, you could have a feed of those on your homepage. And if you can, getting testimonials is huge. So adding those here, it just adds credibility, adds trust, and is going to increase your sales. So I'll wrap up there. I hope this was helpful.